Project R.I.S E. What is it? Project R.I.S E is a game currently in early development by Supercell, the creators of Clash of Clans, Clash Royale, Brawl Stars, and others. It is set in the Clash universe, the same universe as these two previously mentioned games, and it is described as a social action RPG roguelike. Social because you play with others, action because you're constantly moving around and fighting enemies, RPG or role-playing game because you take control of one of many characters that have distinct traits and increasing power, and roguelike because there's a lot of starting over. You could also describe it as a dungeon crawler because the game involves going from one room to another. Going into more detail, Project R.I.S E is a game where you, along two other players, take control of a character called a hero and explore a mysterious place known as the Tower. You start at the bottom, enter a floor, defeat enemies, complete an objective, upgrade your hero, move on to the next floor, and repeat the process again and again until you either fail or succeed to complete a set number of floors, which are referred to as climbs. Climbs vary in difficulty, with easier climbs having easier enemies and less floors, and harder climbs having harder enemies and more floors. As you complete those climbs, you get resources to level up your heroes, increasing their power and expanding their gameplay through stats and equipable upgrades. You get more heroes, and you unlock more difficult climbs which reward you with even more resources and even more heroes. Your goal in the game is to complete climbs and upgrade your heroes so that you unlock more climbs, more heroes, more upgrades, and simply more gameplay. There's also a competitive aspect in the form of leaderboards, cosmetics in the form of skins, and voice chat, which, if you have played a game with it, should be an experience in its own. And that's basically what Project R.I.S E is. Pick a hero, climb up, upgrade your hero, repeat. As I mentioned at the start of the video, the game is currently in early development, and at this moment, it is not playable. It had a few playtests in the past, 2 pre-alphas and 1 alpha, but right now what we know of the game, everything I've been saying, is through news shared by the game's developer team, and we know that it has changed quite a bit. Previously, instead of climbs with set number of floors, it was one single endless climb. Such endless climb is not in the game anymore, but it is planned to come back in the future as a late game feature. Previously, hero upgrades were static. Once you upgraded a hero, you kept that upgrade equipped all the time, even if you failed and had to restart from floor 1. Now, however, while leveling up a hero unlocks equipable upgrades, those upgrades reset every time you start a climb, and you equip them during the climb as you progress through floors. The game has changed, and it will continue to do so. Another thing we know is that a closed beta for the game is coming the same month we're in, that being August. It was confirmed over on Discord by the game's team, by one of the developers to be exact. We don't have a specific date for it yet, but we are already a few days into August, so unless there are delays, which could happen, there should be news very soon, like any day now. Again, it will be a closed beta, closed meaning that signups will be required and there will be limited spots, so there's a chance that not everyone who wants to get in will be able to get in. The closed beta will be on Android and iOS, but there are no specifics on device requirements yet. It's been mentioned by the team that the closed beta could possibly last up to 2 weeks, but once again, no certainty on that. Lots of unknowns, I know, but it should all be known very soon when the official announcement for beta comes out. So be on the lookout, everyone. Follow the game's socials and join their Discord if you want to be informed as soon as possible about the playtest. That's it from my part, have a good one.